CIL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
Our house in the middle of our street.
And now, here are your hosts, Bill Macklem, Fern Northcutt, and Tom Lucas.
And good morning. Welcome to the Radio Real Estate Show. Bill, what a pleasure to see you. I'm glad you made it this morning.
Me too.
Yeah. You've been having a busy week?
Been busy.
Busy.
Paperwork is
really?
unbelievable.
Really? A lot of paperwork?
A lot of paperwork.
Wow, lots of people coming in to see you do your job, huh?
Exactly.
No, we're just making fun because it's one of those crazy real estate markets. People are still talking about it, right, Fern? Houses are selling. People are getting mortgages. It's going nuts.
Well, that's the thing. You know, when people are having trouble finding something else, and it's throwing wrenches into the market, and on and on and on and on.
And on she goes.
There you go.
What we should do, I think, at the top of the show is let's give you your telephone numbers. First of all, if somebody needs to get some more information about real estate, Fern, how do we get a hold of you?
I can be reached either by text or cell at 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066.
Or if I wanted to email you?
You can reach me at fern@smart.com. That's Fern with an E, smart with 2D. T's.com. Oh, it's one of those mornings.
It's a Saturday morning. Come on,
is that what it is?
It's the middle of the night as far as some of us are concerned. And Bill, if somebody wants to talk to you about the mortgages,
Just give me a shout, 604-684-4663. Or you could use our little special number, 604-684-HOME.
oh, that's a special number.
That's
right. And
For
then they
special
come over to your
people.
place, have some cookies that your mom made, and watch you
tell
do
you,
some paperwork,
There
right?
have been a lot of people coming through this last week looking for cookies. Mom had to make an extra batch.
Really?
Yeah, they were a little short.
Well, I got to come by and see you this week. Let me know what day she's cooking or baking. I'll be by.
think, well, if it's a cool day, she'll be cooking on a cool day.
Okay.
So I think tomorrow's going to be coolish, so she'll probably either Sunday or Monday.
Well, I told Dwayne about your mom cooking, and he said any day that she cooks is cool, man.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah, Dwayne would say that.
He would say, well, he
Yeah.
likes cookies. Bill Macklem, who is president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, as you heard, has been doing the paperwork. He's on the show, and this morning you're going to talk to us about some interesting stuff. We'll find out in just a second, right?
Absolutely.
And Bill will answer your mortgage question of the week this week.
Now, be talking about the excitement, the excitement in the market.
Ooh.
What lenders and appraisers are doing to keep up with the load of new purchases.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be real interesting.
I can tell by your
And you know
tone
what?
you're
It's
thinking
real
I saw that.
interesting how, you have the government change some rules and regulations like that, buying below $750,000. And then what you're just talking about is part of the aftermath of that, too, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and there's other things going on as well, so we're going to talk about a few of them.
Awesome.
All right.
On our Radio Real Estate Home handyman, Finn Jensen, will talk about what makes one building stand out from another.
Monica Dina Briga, president of Mummy Maze, will be here with her spring cleaning tip of the week. And this morning, Monica has an eco-friendly, she has a lot of eco-friendly things.
She does.
Yeah, help you get rid of the sweat and urine. She comes to our office because we have a lot of urine samples, and now she's getting rid of the sweat and urine stains in your mattress.
So is it true, though, when somebody goes to apply for a mortgage that they have to give samples? No, because you did say that in the air a couple of weeks ago, and I thought you were just kidding.
No. I was talking to one of my longtime clients yesterday. I said, you know what? I know we've asked you for everything. Next thing is going to be a small blood sample in it.
Oh, it's not true. So the Radio Real Estate the news headlines will be coming up shortly on the program. I'm going to read something that's been going on in the world. You guys are going to give me your educated theories on this, right?
Absolutely.
That's what I like to hear. Also, Bill and Fern will be doing that. We're going to be talking about something near and dear to your heart, Mexico real estate, with Nick Fong.
I always like to listen to him. I always like to keep a handle on the Mexican real estate, too.
I keep waiting for him to speak Spanish one day.
Un poquito.
Huh?
A little.
Oh, okay. It's 10 after 4. How do you say that? So we're going to talk about the luxury properties in British Columbia. We got a gentleman coming on the phone line, and we're going to talk to us about the Royal LePage put out their 2016 luxury real estate report just a while ago, and I think we should find out who's buying these properties. What do you think?
I think it's great. You know, their reports are usually right on. They've been doing it ever since the get-go, ever since I've been in the business.
So it'll be cool. We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, me too. Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming up, and if there's something you need to know about, leave your question for Bill on our website, RadioRealEstateShow.ca, RadioRealEstateShow.ca, and Bill will answer it on next week's show.
Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty joins us again to talk about the market in the Tri-Cities area, which is just blasting.
And then we're going to talk to Don Mortimer, he likes to be called, from Remax Crest Realty. Westside is on the show to look at the Greater Vancouver real estate market.
It's 10:05, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate Show.
How do you know it's 10:05?
I can see the
You
clock
looked at the
on
clock.
the wall.
Okay. I'm just checking, Bill. I'm just checking.
Well, you should.
Okay, so you say it's 10:05. That means it would be time for the weekly mortgage rate update. Bill Macklem is here, the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, and somebody wanted to get a mortgage today. Bill, is it possible? Is money still good?
Money is inexpensive.
Inexpensive, yes.
This is going to be the new norm probably for the next 3 to 5 years.
Still.
We don't think that the rates are going to change much in the next 3 to 5 years.
Okay.
Probably the major problem you're going to have is qualifications. We're going to talk a little bit of that in the next segment.
I look forward to that.
So in terms of our rates, let me have a little boo at that.
It might be on the paper, the work that you're doing just up here.
Yes. Well, paper street. So rates are down.
Really?
Down?
Down.
Down.
5-year rate is dropping. So when we started probably 2 months ago, we were at 2.79 on a 5-year rate. Then it dropped down to 2.69, and then it dropped down to 2.59. Now you're starting to see some people play around with some other rates at 2.49, 2.44. Now these are, let me tell you, these are rates that are given. Just because a bank says they have a rate doesn't mean that a bank has the rate.
It doesn't mean you're going to get it.
Exactly.
Yep, that's right.
Do you
Misdemeanor.
have $150 million in the bank? Do you have a job that has a certain amount of functions? Do you have a credit score over 800? Do you have, it's all this stuff. Yes, there are rates there, but they're not available to everybody. And everybody we talk to says, well, I saw your 244 rate. Why am I not getting it? Well, because you don't qualify for it.
And then you have me, like I come to see Bill in his office all the time, and I say, I don't care what the rate is, I want the free toaster.
And we're still trying to find it.
I know.
I have the one that has the drop sides.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one. That was
Yeah.
so cool.
I think Granny had one of those, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say, Tom, you buy a house for me, I'll buy you a toaster.
Will you?
One of your choice.
You and I have a deal.
There you go.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. So in the next segment of the program, Bill will be answering the mortgage question of the week. Later, you got some interesting things to talk about. We're going to also be talking about the Los Cabos area. Cabos San Lucas is down there. You've been down there many times, Fern.
I have.
We're also going to talk about those luxury real estate properties, too, with the 2016 Royal LePage luxury report has come out, so that'll be interesting to do as well. So we'll do that in the show.
We should find that report and have something to refer back to as we were talking today.
You think?
I could probably do that.
Could you do the paperwork on
I
that?
could do the paper.
Fantastic.
You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate on CL 650.
Mike, good morning.
Morning, Tom.
You made it through Friday the 13th unscathed.
I even made it through cool because we've got this air conditioning service going on, and my air conditioning was working fantastic in the car.
You guys are so cool over there at North Vancouver Nissan. Tell me more about it.
We're looking at 10% off parts and labor to get your air conditioning up to snuff and keep you nice and cool and clean and refreshed in this beautiful, beautiful weather that we're having here in BC.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem. In these busy and hectic times with family and business responsibilities, it is difficult to find the time to sit down with your mortgage broker and discuss all your mortgage options. I'm available to meet with you at your place of work, your home, our office, or at a place convenient for you. Please give me a call at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
CL 650. We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
Bill, I'm thinking if this wonderful weather keeps up pretty soon, I guess maybe next week it'll be the short sleeve sweater. That'll look nice when you answer the question of the week.
I actually have one that's kind of cut off at the shoulders.
Really?
It's really
Is that from the 70s?
That's really smooth.
No, it's when he got into the when Hulk Hogan was here last time. He
Oh.
got the cut off sleeves.
Yeah, it's really.
I didn't know you had such huge guns. Arms are
did
pretty
I.
big too. So we have a letter for you, Bill. A question this morning.
Our question of the week comes from Tim Foreman of North Vancouver. Tim says he has heard of a reverse mortgage plan. Bill, would you please explain how it works and who qualifies for it?
So on the reverse mortgage plan, this is the CHIP program, the Canadian Home Income Plan. What happens is that on this kind of program, on a reverse mortgage plan, is that you qualify based on your age and your, well, not sex. Your
What is the age, Bill?
we start off at 55, but
Yep.
you're not going to get much at 55. And if you're a guy, you're not going to get it much either. Because what happens is that they base it on the schematic of the aging of the population that are looking at it. And so what happens is that if you're a lady and you're over 80, you're going to get a much larger piece of the mortgage financing that you need. And if you're a guy, you'll get even more because our longevity is even less. So fellas that are looking at reverse mortgages are probably going to qualify at a better rate, at a better amount, because it's all on percentages of the equity of the home as we get older. But we start at a lower level than women do. And women at 80, 85, they get a larger perspective of all the equity of the home.
Because we live longer.
Because you live longer. So, and it's all based on, insurance projections of how people live and how long we're going to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is that you get this money. So the reverse mortgage, what happens is you have two choices. You can either take a reverse mortgage, which means you take a lump sum. So maybe you're going to give it to your kids as a pre inheritance and allow them to buy a home. You can do that type of thing, or you can actually do it as a cash flow, and you can actually have a cash flow. Let's say that your equity and your cash is all tied up in your house, but you don't want to give up your house because this is where you raise your children and this is where you have your home, and so that you can actually get a cash flow out of your house almost like an ATM. So you're going to get monthly cash flows, so it allows you to continue living in your home. And they've proven, and now we see with the numbers that we have today in terms of the values of homes, they've proven that even though home prices are rising and your debt is not being paid, the gap between the home price rising and the gap is becoming larger and larger. So there is some equity to give to your children, even though you're taking the money out of it to live in it for the time being.
So the moral of the story is, if you're a guy, go ahead and do it. Don't bother paying it back when you pass on. They'll sell the house, ha, 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 to the family.
Well, ha, 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 but you're also going to have a certain amount of equity to give the family anyways.
That's right. They're going to get it anyway.
I mean, you're probably accruing the debt at about 3 to 4% a year, and home prices are rising anywhere from 11. Let's go a little bit conservative. Let's say 8 to 13%. So you have that gap that's going to continue on forever.
And in the Bill Macklem handbook, it says nowhere does it say that the parents have to live long enough to make the kids rich.
Exactly.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For expert mortgage information online, visit billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Thank you, Fern. It's 12 minutes after 10 o'clock, 10:12 on the Radio Real Estate Show. And now here's Andrea Jog from Keller Williams Elite Realty. She's on the line. Hello there, Andrea.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, everyone.
You sound like you're in pretty good spirits. You didn't get set upon yesterday, Friday the 13th.
No, it turned out to be a great day.
Oh, my God. I think a black cat just walked by. No, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. So how are things going in the Tri-Cities, Andrea?
It's been fantastic. Another busy week in the Tri-Cities. I sold my condo listing at Princess Gate in Coquitlam in multiple offers for $30,000 over asking. There are buyers specifically waiting to be in this 55-plus adult-oriented building, so if you live in the area and thinking about selling, now is a great time. Today I'm featuring a fabulous one-bedroom, fully renovated condo in North Vancouver, Lower Lonsdale. You will love the bright and spacious open-concept floor plan, oak-engineered flooring, gorgeous gourmet kitchen, and the oversized patio makes this home an entertainer's delight. You don't want to miss seeing this one on the market for only $298. All this and more just steps away from the Lonsdale Quay, parks, shopping, restaurants, and the sea bus. Come by and check out the open house tomorrow from 1 to 4. Today from 9 to 1, the Kohani Garage Sale and Barbecue is happening at the Canoe Club, located at 501 Kohani Drive in Port Moody. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
Andrea, be careful. There's a ladder down at the end of the hallway.
To get in touch with, I got it. Boy, I'm slow today. I figured it out. A ladder. Got it. Black cat ladder. Anyway, to get in touch with Andrea, call 604-783-3124 or 604-783-3124 or visit Pinnacle Group. REM.com. That's Pinnacle Group, REM.com.
Now, you're old enough to remember this expression, step on a crack, break your mother's
back.
That's right. We don't throw rocks and mirrors on Friday the 13th. 7 years bad luck.
Exactly.
Did you walk under a ladder?
No. If you go into someone's home at the front door, you leave by the front door.
Really?
Yep, you don't go out a different door.
I remember at New Year's, though, if you were like a dark-haired gentleman, you'd come in the front door and go out the back door to bring good luck to the house.
Exactly.
Go figure.
Okay, go figure.
All right, so coming up...
I don't know many dark-haired people these days.
I hear what you're saying.
Dwayne with you. We know Dwayne.
But you know what? Not all, but a lot of the people with dark hair these days have no dough.
Really?
A lot. Not all.
Not all.
But some.
Depends where they come from.
Exactly. Coming up, we're going to check about real estate stories that made the headline this past week. Right, kids?
Yes.
We're also going to be talking about our Los Cabo agent, Nick Vaughn. And we're going to be speaking with a gentleman by the name of Adil Danani. He's with Royal LePage, and he's going to join us to talk about the luxury properties report. So I'm looking forward to that.
Me too. Good morning. This is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with mortgage expert Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on CL 650.
Introducing Mommy Maids, a business created out of the lack of employment opportunities for single moms with flexible working hours. From residential to commercial, you can trust their insured and bonded cleaning professionals with any task. Let them clean your castle with no hassle. Go to mummymaids.com or call 604-533-4959.
1, 2, 3, ABC. Mommy Maids, come rescue me.
Mike, good morning.
Morning, Tom.
You made it through Friday the 13th unscathed.
I even made it through cool because we've got this air conditioning service going on, and my air conditioning was working fantastic in the car.
You guys are so cool over there at North Vancouver Nissan. Tell me more about it.
We're looking at 10% off parts and labor to get your air conditioning up to snuff and keep you nice and cool and clean and refreshed in this beautiful, beautiful weather that we're having here in BC.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
Vancouver weather.
Not a bad weekend at all. A mix of sun and cloud today. 21 degrees along the seawall up to, I don't know, a little warmer in the valley. Want to go to the valley today?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You're busy. You're working.
No, we're going to Mission tonight.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Well, you can have a good day for it.
I think we are. And tomorrow's going to be cloudy, a high of 19, some showers overnight. And then on Monday is going to be cloudy again with a high of 18.
And right now it is 18 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
CL 650.
Playing my song.
Hey, playing your song, señorita.
Hey.
Cerveza, por favor, Mexico.
Dos cervezas.
Dos, you drink 2 doses, eh? All right, come from you get dose, you go doctor, but down there dose means 2, right? Different story.
Tom.
All right. Yeah, I know. You love Mexico, especially you go down and you hang out around the Los Cabos agent. Well, I don't know if you hang out around Nick or not, but you hang out in the Los Cabos area.
Not recently.
No, but I could introduce the two of you. But he's never mind.
Never mind.
We got Nick on the phone. I thought what we'd do this morning is maybe talk a little bit about Nick, find out something about Nick, and find out something about the Los Cabos area. Nick, good morning.
Nice to be here. I actually am originally from Chicago. I was born and raised in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. I had gone to the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana, where I received my real estate degree in finance. After graduating, kind of diverted a little from my real estate studies and went into IT consulting for 5 years. Gave me some opportunity to travel around the world, and in that process, visited a little-known place, at least to me at the time, called Cabo San Lucas. After that 1-week vacation, in a matter of just months, I got back to my passion of real estate in the early 2000s, got my real estate broker's license, started my own brokerage firm, and started selling real estate in the Chicagoland area and also writing real estate mortgage loans for my clients. I started to visit Cabo just a little bit more, mainly because on my very first trip, I met my wife. And in the process of doing a long-distance relationship, I started to entrench myself a little bit more in the real estate market here in Los Cabos, and starting out with some real estate investments and then moving on to real estate brokerage, which as it stands now is Los Cabos agent. One of the beautiful things about Los Cabos is that the weather's absolutely perfect all year round. It is sunny and about 80 degrees right now. Los Cabos in Spanish means the Capes. Cabo San Lucas is just one of those capes that exist in Los Cabos. The other famous cape is San Jose del Cabo. When people refer to Cabo, Los Cabos, Cabo San Lucas, San Jose del Cabo, it a lot of times gets interchanged very often. So you'll find I'll use the terms both ways. It was really by chance that I chose Cabo. And really, if it weren't for my wife, there would be no Los Cabos agent or Nick Fong in Cabo. There are other great areas of Mexico, very distinct in their climate, terrain, way of life. And having lived here in Los Cabos for 9 years, I can say my decision to pick Cabo has never been regretted, not for 1 minute. We have perfect weather all year round, and literally the sun is shining 330 days a year, if not more. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.
For more information on our Mexican market, call Nick Fong at 1-312-725-3664. That's 1-312-725-3664. Or send Nick an email at Nick. Sorry. Do you know the Nick's email address by chance, Tom?
I think it's on the paperwork.
Is it on the paperwork?
Yeah, no, we'll get it for you.
All right.
Nick didn't include it this time, but yeah, so what I'm thinking is I should maybe call Fern, then call you, get some money. We can go down and visit Nick, find a place, and you guys can stay at my place. What do you think?
Ooh.
Well, I'm coming with you.
I'm going to need you because you do speak Spanish. You can say 2 instead of 1, right? You ready for some news headlines, kids?
Yep.
Oh, before you do that, we will call Nick after the show, right?
I think we should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to call him again?
Let's call him again. Maybe he's got
1-312-725-3664.
I'll call him now. But in the meantime, let's do some news headlines here. I love that. It means it's news headlines time on the Radio Real Estate Show. These are the stories that were making the news this past week, and now we're going to talk to Fern and we're going to talk to Bill and see what they think about the situation. Number one headline, new housing rules will be enforced this Monday. The province is taking action to stop what's being called shadow flipping. You and I talked about this on the show, the morning show this past week. Tell us a little bit about shadow shipping. What was it called?
Spit it out, Tom.
Yeah. Shadow flipping, and what it's about and how they're doing it and what's happening.
Well, shadow flipping, what that is Mr. Buyer decides that he's going to, Mr. Seller's going to sell his house, and he sells it to the buyer, and then the buyer and their realtor take it to the next buyer and sell the paperwork. It's called assignment, assignment of a contract, and that can be done, there's no limit to it. And everybody, let's say there's 3 or 4 people along that chain, everybody makes a profit, and then when Mr. Seller, who was the original Mr. Seller, goes into the lawyer's office and signs the papers, he gets the original price, and the profit all the way along is pocketed by the new buyers buying the paper.
Don't they do this with condos all the time? Assignments?
Well, the thing is, in the past, that when we would go through a brisk market, that, yes, people would buy a condo, a pre-built, and then they would assign the contract, which put them in competition with the developer. And the developers are very smart people. So years ago, that developers decided that they're going to put a clause into their contracts that you can't assign the property. So now it's happening with pre-owned homes with our local government.
And why would we make the same rule? And why would we make the same rule?
Why would we?
Why would we
Why
not?
would we not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, how hard is that to do?
Yeah, I know. It's a no-brainer to me.
All right, we have a housing plan intact here. They think it's going to need rethinking. A report says a 10-year strategy should be tested starting in the year, 2017. Bill, you got that look in your face. What do you think?
A housing plan? Really?
Yeah.
Like who planned it?
Oh, I don't know.
And when?
And when?
And how? And what are the terms?
Like you look at any community development plan right now, if you have enough money, you can change the plan.
Perfect.
Exactly.
So what's the point of having a plan? I mean, we already know that we're undeveloped. We know that there are anywhere from 6 months to 12 months in back approvals on building permits. Gee, that doesn't increase the price of homes at all because now you're delaying the actual release of homes into the market. So you're not. I'm being sarcastic now. Sorry. So that delays the release of homes to the market. You're not building any homes, so that creates another problem. And you're not encouraging people to build homes at this particular point in time because everybody wants this density thing that most people do not want to live in. I mean, they will buy them because that's the only options they have. But if they had a different option, they would be looking for something different. They're not looking for 400 square foot homes. I'm sorry to tell you.
All right, now, with that in mind, how about this? The city of Vancouver is fighting the current real estate situation by offering container living. It's been done in other
You know,
countries.
This is true, but you got to have land to put them on. And where are we going to get these containers? Out comes a chainsaw, and you just cut out windows and stuff like
This is a
that.
great plan. What we're going to do is that we're going to have them just parked right beside the bike lanes, and so that people could actually have, they pull their bike up to the container, and then they'll, and you could have them stacked. So you could have 3 or 4 families in a
Are those
series.
called condos?
Well, they could be condos, but they're going to be stacked little containers, and then you'll have some stairs going up. Mind you, you'll have to have some government people come in and make it safe and all that, because we'll have some more problems. But
Well, you know what? They do containers in other countries. In fact,
Yeah.
when I was in Mexico last winter, right in the RV park, there was a fellow there. He brought in a container, and he was turning it into a home. But you got to have the land to
can you
put
tell
it
me what
on.
the average temperature is in Mexico?
What is the well?
30.
30?
Yeah.
How about the winter? Is that what, 25?
Mhm.
It gets a little chillier here.
Mhm.
Let's build them in Winnipeg.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, because they'll
Yeah.
be
How
warm,
are we going to
right?
insulate them and heat them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
All you know is you got
Solar.
to get a house or a home or a trailer or a yacht or whatever you have that you can get radio and TV, because there's a new TV program coming out. It's a reality real estate program. It's all about foreign ownership. The realtor who is on there, his name is Chris Lee. He says that it's going to be a documentary about the high side of real estate. We'll be talking about that shortly, about who's buying it and where all the dough is coming from.
I like that.
It's an
I saw
interesting
that
thing.
advertised the other day. He's already doing his ads for his new show coming up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be very interesting to watch.
I
That.
mean, we can't afford them.
No,
But certainly
people here
interesting
can't.
is-
We can't afford our own real estate here anymore.
Well, we could, but that's another story.
Yeah,
Well,
that's another story.
I'm glad you brought that up, because we're going to be talking to a very special guest in a few minutes all about real estate on this planet of ours, especially in our backyard. We're going to be talking about real estate, who's buying it. I lived in some areas where I didn't quite live in the fancy dance area, but up the street there was the fancy dance areas.
You lived on the fringes.
And we weren't allowed to go there because they had a big, sort of
Gate.
like Mexican gates. Oh, Fern, you're right. Coming up next segment of the program, what are we going to be doing?
We'll be joined by Monica Dina Briga, president of Mummy Maids, who has this week's cleaning tip that will help you properly clean the sweat and urine stains in your mattresses.
You have trouble with that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I just kind of... It's not something I'm used to.
I hear you. We're also going to be chatting about the 2016 Royal LePage Luxury Property Report with Adil Danani coming up right after the break on Radio Real Estate. Right, Billy?
That's right. More real estate information is coming up.
And this is Tom Lucas with our co-host Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty. Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop. And you're listening to Radio Real Estate on CIL 650.
Hi, this is Monica from Mummy Maids. We're here to help you with all your cleaning needs, including move-in, move-outs, packing and unpacking, organizing, laundry and windows, walls, basic cleaning and custom cleaning. We do it all. You deserve a break and Mummy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959. That's 604-533-4959. Or visit us at mummymaids.com.
Mike, good morning.
Morning, Tom.
You made it through Friday the 13th unscathed.
I even made it through cool because we've got this air conditioning service going on, and my air conditioning was working fantastic in the car.
You guys are so cool over there at North Vancouver Nissan. Tell me more about it.
We're looking at 10% off parts and labor to get your air conditioning up to snuff and keep you nice and cool and clean and refreshed in this beautiful, beautiful weather that we're having here in BC.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. You deserve the facts of a professional home evaluation based on the statistics of the MLS. To find out what your house is really worth, call or text me. Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. As a successful broker-owner, I have developed a team of mortgage professionals that support me and my clients. If you're confused with all the mortgage chatter of do's and don'ts, my mortgage team is ready to answer your questions to determine the best mortgage for you. Call 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
CIL 650.
The cleanup woman, 'cause she's tough. I mean, she really cleans up.
All right, you want to borrow my pen? You want to make some notes?
I'm making notes.
Mental notes?
No, I'm writing it down. I have my ever-ready pen here.
Mm-hmm, because when you go home, there will be questions from Kathy.
Sweat and urine.
First, yeah, okay. Monica, what do you have for us this morning? Good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Here's an idea for removing sweat and urine stains from your mattress. You'll need 3 tablespoons of baking soda, 8 ounces of hydrogen peroxide, 1 drop of dish soap, and a scrub brush or toothbrush. Mix together well and use right away. If it is not mixed well, the baking soda will clog the sprayer. You also can't store the mixture as it doesn't last long in a bottle, and it is no longer effective due to the active nature of these ingredients. Scrub with a scrub brush or toothbrush. Use your upholstery cleaner to suck up the water. Repeat as necessary, and your mattress will be clean and smelling much better. This is Monica Dinaberga for Radio Real Estate.
Mommy Maids will clean your castle with no hassle. Call Monica at 604-533-4959. That's 604-533-4959. Or visit mommymaids.com. That's mommymaids.com.
Bill, let's stop writing now.
I'm just making sure that Kathy doesn't grab my toothbrush.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been good this week?
I think I've been good this week.
There you go.
Your toothbrush been tasting kind of funny?
It kind of tastes a little funny.
I know. I think the problem is,
You
Bill,
guys.
I think that the three of us are probably living in the wrong side of town.
Really?
You've heard that song? Was it West End Girls, East End Boys?
Yes.
This side of the track, that side of the track?
Yes.
Three of us are on the wrong side of the track. However, we do have a gentleman on the phone right now. Adil Danani, he's a guy. He's a real estate agent. He's on the right side of the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like over there, Adil? Is it nice?
Good morning, Tom.
Yeah, how are you, buddy?
Good. I'm doing well.
Well, thank you for offering to do this. I do appreciate it. The Royal LePage 2016 luxury property report just came out a while ago. And what's it telling us this year?
So the report was just released this week on Thursday morning, and I think what it outlines is Vancouver continues to be a real hotspot for foreign capital. Lot of international buyers are still seeing it as a really attractive destination for a number of reasons.
You know, I should ask you, too, what are considered to be the luxury areas of town? I was making a joke with Fern and Bill a little while ago. I grew up for a while. I lived on West 2nd in the 4500 block. And up the street was Drummond Drive. And, of course, as kids, we weren't allowed to go up there because that's where the elite people lived. You know what I'm saying?
I think there are a lot of nice neighborhoods in the city. But in terms of price points, I would say some of the more elite Tier 1 neighborhoods, you're looking at Point Grey, Kitsilano, for detached homes. And then, of course, the lovely areas of Cole Harbour and Falls Creek if you're looking for, luxury high-end condos.
So it's not just single-family homes that we're looking at in this report?
It's a kind of a broad look at all different types of buyers, all different types of foreign buyers, and essentially where they're deciding to invest their money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, they're investing money downtown is really a good idea. And the condos down there are actually, I spent some time in Vancouver yesterday driving around. The trees are in full bloom. It's very, very attractive city right now. It's just, I just was so proud of our city. So you're doing a good job there.
I look at downtown. If you look at a day like today, I think it epitomizes why Vancouver is ranked as one of the most, beautiful cities or livable cities in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You look at a place like Cole Harbour, I think the urban planning in that area has been outstanding. Even if you look at the extension of Falls Creek, what Concord Pacific has done in creating that master plan community with restaurants and cafes and marinas, it's just, it's no surprise when people come and visit Vancouver, they fall in love with it.
I was just going to say, I can understand single-family homes up in the UBC area or down around Southwest Marine Drive, but when we get down to Yaletown and you start looking at those luxury condos, which are not cheap, but you have a family, and like you say, Johnny, go outside and play in the traffic, and the traffic is going through your living room.
So the only way to bypass the traffic is if you're on either side of the water. So if you're on Falls Creek, it gets quieter. If you're on Cole Harbour, it gets even quieter. Now, we had a couple high-end luxury sales. If you look at right on Cole Harbour, we've now breached $3,000 per square foot.
Wow!
Wow!
There's a building, 3 Harbour Green, 277 Thurlow,
mm-hmm.
and we had a condo exchange hands this year for $11 million. It was 3,500 square feet. So when you do the math, we're over $3,000 a square foot now.
Well, I got out of one of these lineups to go to one of these fancy dancy condos. There was a few $1 billion, and they thought I was delivering something.
You had to bring a $10,000 check.
I had to bring a 10. They wouldn't even let me in the front door. But now I know who to call. I'm calling you after the show, and we're going to go looking for houses, right, Adil?
Done.
So how are these? We have some lovely. True, we like to poke some fun about the area. It's a wonderful area. People come from all over the world here. How do people find out about our different homes and about the different amenities of the British Columbia Lower Mainland area?
So I think, there's a myriad of information available, of course, online. Connecting yourself with a great, like if you're thinking of buying in Vancouver, connecting yourself with a great agent obviously goes a long way because they know the ins and outs of the city, and they're able to kind of hold your hand as to the neighborhoods that are going to be the best and most viable investments. We're getting a lot of people coming from all different parts of the world. The story in the past has largely been, mainland China, Hong Kong, but now we're seeing a lot of capital outflows from the Middle East, parts of Europe, and with the Canadian dollar dropping, relative to the U.S. dollar, we're seeing a lot of Americans start buying up real estate in Vancouver again.
Yes, they are, aren't they?
Is there less buyer's remorse, you think, when somebody spends $54 million on a home as opposed to spending, say, $800,000?
I think we'll have that type of thinking or that type of remorse is more common amongst us than the high net worth.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're right too.
Yeah,
I know you're right.
If you can afford to buy yourself a $25 million house, you don't care.
You don't have remorse, no.
You don't care.
There's been this conversation too about Vancouver being a hedge city. We are obviously a beautiful place to live and to invest. People, like the idea of it being politically and financially stable, and the diversity of Vancouver is very prominent. But I think there's this conversation around it being a hedge city, where these wealthy individuals around the world are looking for a place where they can park their money and just feel safe about it. Insurance against uncertainty, so to speak.
Is there such a thing as luxury townhomes? I know probably in New York or somewhere. What of that?
Yeah. In New York, you have the brownstones, you have the city homes. We do have that. So if you go to the west side, they've built some beautiful luxury townhomes in Shaughnessy. If you want more kind of city living in the heart of the city, some of these buildings, what they do is they build a tower, and at the base of the tower, they create these luxury city homes, which are like 2,000 to 3,000 square feet sometimes, with water views, with lovely outdoor patios and spaces. So, they are available. There are fewer options out there, but they are rare, but you can get access to them.
You mentioned Shaughnessy. There's another area of town I drive through the Aspen just to keep going. I don't know. So it looks like if anybody that owns townhouses could be making a few bucks. Would you come back and talk to us about maybe the townhouse situation, the luxury side of life one of these days, Sadil?
So, if you look at the appreciation that's taken place in our city, initially started with, especially this last uptick in our market over the last few years, has really been the story about the detached market. It's been the story about dirt and land. Mm-hmm. Over the last little while, what's happening is a lot of these baby boomers that are sitting on now, mortgage-free properties that are worth, multi-million dollars. They're deciding to downsize or right-size, and what they're doing is they want to simplify life, and they don't want to deal with the maintenance of living in a single-family home. So they're selling their homes, having great success, and they're transferring some of that equity into a townhouse or luxury condo. So what's happening is that equity transfer is allowing them to get into these high-end units, which they wouldn't have been able to get into if the house prices weren't where they were. So now we're seeing this surge of cash into the townhouse market and to the luxury condominium market because of these empty nesters and downsizers.
So I imagine if somebody would like to get some more information, if they go to the Royal LePage website, it'll be on there?
Absolutely. You can visit the Royal LePage website or contact your local Royal LePage agent. We'd be more than happy to kind of guide you through the lovely Vancouver market.
And Adil, if somebody would like to get a hold of you personally, what's your telephone number?
I can be reached directly. My mobile is 604-771-3495. Happy to chat with any of the listeners.
Fantastic. And your telephone number once again is?
604-771-3495.
Fantastic. You're working today, or are you just going to enjoy the sunshine?
Work is nonstop with us. We work when everyone's off. So.
I hear it. Got a mansion you got to sell. I know you got to go. I'll talk to you real soon, Adil. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you for doing this. Have a great weekend. Oh.
Good morning.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like we're going to be buying a luxury home soon.
Well, there you go. Some of those, when he's talking about the townhouses on the main floor, that's what I was seeing when I was driving around Vancouver yesterday, and they're very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Here's what's coming up next on Radio Real Estate.
Yeah, we're going to chat about the Greater Vancouver market with Don Mortimer of the Remax people. He's with Remax Crest Realty West Side.
I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah? Paperwork?
I'm going to be talking about what's really going on out there. I thought I'd just give you a pause to think. Just
There's
for a moment.
something going on out there that we don't know about?
In terms of the real estate market.
I'm looking forward
and
to
what's
that.
happening.
The reality of realty. This is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate on CL 650. Hi, this is Fern Northcott from Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Real estate is the greatest investment you will ever make. Approach it as an adventure, financially and emotionally without mistakes. I have a plan for making your real estate investments work for you. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, at 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Mike, good morning.
Morning, Tom.
You made it through Friday the 13th unscathed.
I even made it through cool because we've got this air conditioning service going on, and my air conditioning was working fantastic in the car.
You guys are so cool over there at North Vancouver Nissan. Tell me more about it.
We're looking at 10% off parts and labor to get your air conditioning up to snuff and keep you nice and cool and clean and refreshed in this beautiful, beautiful weather that we're having here in BC.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Most people need advice on mortgage financing. We provide personal financial advice with no vested interest and at no cost. We're compensated by the lenders. We'll review your current financial situation to determine if you are ready to purchase. If not, we'll help develop a plan to put home ownership in your future. For more information, call 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
At 10:41, a mixture of sun and cloud this morning. 21 degrees for the high along the coast. A little bit warmer inland, right, Willie?
That's exactly right. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy with a high of 19. A little rain over the evening, and then next day on Monday we're going to have a cloudy with a high of 18.
And right now that's what we have. It is 18 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
CL 650.
What did they say?
Mother and child reunion.
Mother and child reunion. Oh,
Mother's
I got
Day
it.
was last week.
I got it. Don wants you to buy a place in Vancouver. Have your mom and the family move in. That's what the method of the madness is. Right, Donald? Is that what you're thinking? Don, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good, too, because I didn't run over any cats last night. I didn't see any black cats. I didn't break any mirrors. So far, so good.
Obviously haven't looked in the mirror, right?
Oh, that's right, too. Don! If I crack another mirror, Don, it's your fault. We're still in this crazy situation.
Oh, yes. Just absolutely going nuts. The valley now is just bopping. I just did a deal where it's $200,000 over asking price.
Wow.
It's, now moved out to the valley.
Wow, my God. So you can't buy a place in town, so let's move out to the valley and let's put some dough in our pockets, right?
That's right.
Do you have a very special listing for us to share?
I have a new listing in Royal York in North Delta. It is a beautiful home. Back split, 2,450 square feet, lovely gourmet kitchen. It's got a 7,610 square foot lot, nice view, very pristine inside. It's very, very nice.
Now, if I want to get some more information, give you a call. You'll take us over. We'll have a look. We'll make an offer, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, you have a lovely day. And again, stay away from cracks on sidewalks, okay?
Okay, I will. This is Don Mortimer with Radio Real Estate.
So you can put Dawn Mortimer of Remax Crest Realty West Side to work for you. Call Dawn at 604-781-6000. That's 604-781-6000.
10:43 on the Radio Real Estate Show. Next weekend is a special weekend. It's a long weekend. We used to call it the Victoria Day weekend, but they seem to call it just the May Day weekend now, don't they?
Oh, is it? Is that politically correct?
Well, I thought you, being a Queen lover, would like that.
I still call it Victoria Day.
I still call it Victoria
Well,
Day,
there
too.
you go.
So we're talking about the same date, the end of May?
I think so. Rodeo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The rodeo. The 70th annual Cloverdale Rodeo is coming up next weekend, and once again, you are part of it.
I am. Yeehaw.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I play
Yeehaw.
ambassador on Sunday afternoon.
What do you have to do?
I shake hands and kiss babies.
Really?
Well, yeah.
They're
They've got
nice.
a new program out there that was just started 2 years ago that there's a group of us volunteers, and we have different shifts. And so mine's 4 to 8 on Sunday. And what we do is we greet meet people either standing in line or wandering around. We're an information booth and all this kind of stuff. Basically what it is welcome ambassadorship. And can I help you? All that kinds of things. Like I said, shake hands, kiss babies.
So you'll be there, what, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
No, my shift is on Sunday night.
Sunday?
From 4 till 8.
Okay.
I have a radio real estate show to do.
That's right, too.
Yeah.
If you're really good, you can maybe get them to let us do the show down there.
You know what? I can ask.
Maybe you could wear that. Also, a friend of mine was listening to you last week on the show, and she heard that you were going down to the Donald Trump rally, and she wanted me to ask you how that went. And I said, well, you have to understand, I think Fern is a no naysayer, but are you?
You know, I got to tell you, when it comes to political, I believe in standing up for what you believe in, but a lot of times I keep that personal.
That's true.
Did I go down and support him? I like to listen objectively to people, and I've never been to a political rally. Even through the 60s and 70s when everybody was doing Vietnam, I was working my buns off. So I had the opportunity to go down to Linden, which is a very safe town to go to. I must admit I was a little concerned about guns, etc.
Why?
But why? Because they're legal.
Because it's America.
Because they can. And so one side of the street was Democrats, the other side was Republicans, and they were tossing banners back and forth. And God, it was just a real circus. It was a Barnum and Bailey circus. It was so much fun.
It's sort of like going to Honolulu. It's raining on one side of the street and sunny on the other.
Well, you know what? It was almost like
Pretty
that.
much, eh?
Well, I will tell you a real quick story here. There's on the Republican side, there was a Vietnamese war vet. And he had on, when you look at these guys now, of course, a little bit older and a little overweight and this kind of stuff. So he had on his tacky jeans, had on his leather jacket, and he's got all of these badges all over himself, memorial, et cetera, et cetera. And he was on the Republican side, and we were standing in line trying to get in to hear Trump. And he comes up and he says, before Vietnam, I was standing the other side. I was with them with placards. There wasn't one person on that side that was over 30. Anyway, he said, I was drafted anyway. He says, now I'm on this side.
Now he's retired.
Yeah. He's what? It's late 60s, 70s.
Wow.
And God, they fought over there in Vietnam. But you know what I found real interesting with that as well? That Americans were coming by and they were shaking his hand just because they knew he was a vet. And just said thank you. And I thought, you know what? These guys didn't get recognition for so long. They went over and they fought, what was that, Nixon's war? Went over and fought this war over there and came back, and then they were sort of
Johnson, wasn't it?
Was it Johnson?
I think it's Johnson.
But then it was Nixon after that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So through that regime. Anyway, and so here's all these people now recognizing these Vietnam War vets, and I was pleased to see that.
All I remember is that I had a socials teacher, this is grade 8 or grade 9, and he used to say, boys, just be thankful you were born on this side of the 49th parallel and not the other.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Well, we got a lot of Americans that moved up here during that period of time, too.
Yeah, we finally sent them home, yeah.
Well, no,
No,
they all
no,
live up
just
through
kidding.
the Gulf.
No, we did mortgages for
Gulf
them. I
Islands.
have that do mortgages for them.
I worked with a guy at another radio station for years and years, and I found out he was a draft dodger, and it kind of just sort of changed my opinion of him just a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but just...
Because we were programmed to that, that it was a disgrace in those days. But when you look at what kind of war it was all those years ago, I look at these guys and I think, you know what? Would I want to go and fight on Vietnam turf? For what reason?
Well, I tell you, Bill has just recently bought a helicopter, so we're going to let you sit on the side of the helicopter and pretend you're in China Beach. What do you think?
I don't think so.
All right. Hey, Billy, we got to find out what's going on with Mr. Bill Macklin, because I know there's... Yeah, Bill goes for a little walk every once in a while. Walks far away. Usually it's along the seawall down on White Rock, right? You go out in the pier, you do some thinking. And today you're thinking about, you're going to tell us what's really going on out there.
It is pandemonium.
Is it really?
So, Miss Fern here is trying to find a house.
Okay.
For her client.
Oh.
She's got her client qualified. We've already done the pre-qualifications aspect of it to qualify it to buy a home for $550. She finds this beautiful home for $550. That's listed at $550 in Abbotsford. So she says, okay, well, we know that the game is being played, so we're going to have to kind of figure out that we're going to have to pay a little bit more over the listing price because we know that everybody else is going to do the same thing. It is a crapshoot. Because she says she may say to her client, you know what, I'm thinking it should sell between $590 and $625. So let's go $640, just be safe, because I'm thinking that nobody's going to offer more than $640, and it sells for $690. And here's the dilemma. So where is her factual data to allow her to say to her client, this is the price range this house is going to be in? Because we don't know.
There
so
is none.
there isn't any. So it's like whack-a-mole
Yeah.
at the P&E.
Yeah, it is.
You're trying to find a property that you can buy. So that's insane. Okay, that's total insanity. Let's say we get lucky and we get this purchase. Now they're either going to say no subjects or a fast subject to removal. We just got notified by our appraisers, who we've been dealing with since 1994. 10 to 15 days for an appraisal, which used to take a day.
Is it because they're swamped?
Swamped.
Oh.
And they can't find enough qualified people to be appraisals.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
you're looking at 10 to 15 days. So then we finally get the appraisal. Then we send it to the bank. And the bank says, well, we're really busy. So that's going to take anywhere from 10 to 15 days. That's if it's a purchase. If it's an equity takeout and refinance, can take as long as 4 weeks.
What?
I'm serious. Now we get the deal done, and now we're going to go see our lovely lawyers. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the 12th of May. We're not taking any more clients now until June.
So then I asked the question, what happens to that home? Somebody else gets it?
No, we're just all scrambling, and that's why I have gray hair, and I'm probably just a little crabby.
And the owner of the property is wondering what the heck's going on?
Absolutely. And your realtors are wondering what's going on. I have a longtime realtor. We just looked after her and her daughter, and we're putting her through the gamut of all this stuff, and she's getting frustrated. Kind of like, what the son of a gun is going on?
What the heck can we do?
Yeah, what the heck's going on?
Well, let me ask you this question, and I'm going to throw this out to the both of you. What the heck can we do about it? Is there anything?
Well, we've got a couple of problems going on. Now, the one problem is that we alluded to it earlier in the show, is the fact that we don't have enough homes on the market. And so to have more homes on the market, you actually have to speed things up. So why would you have politicians complaining about the pricing of homes when their municipalities are the ones that are delaying the release of homes onto the market so they can actually maybe even put a cap on the pricing, at least slow it down.
Isn't this kind of like a catch-22 situation? Because on the show we complain about we're not making any more land.
No, they're not.
Right. So they have to build new houses. So when they build new houses and they don't tear down any old ones, so aren't you going to increase the density? And then we're saying that people don't want density. So what do we want?
You have to have a mix.
A mix. Okay.
You have to have a selection of properties. Right now, we have more condos and townhouses than we have houses, and I can almost suggest to you that probably by the end of June, you won't have any townhouses and condos to worry about either, because they're going to be gone.
Really?
Well, the whole thing is, the more townhouses and condos that we have, that increases the tax base for every city. So why wouldn't the city want high density?
Exactly. And why wouldn't they want to get this stuff going sooner? Like, so, I mean, I don't understand.
Well, I don't understand.
I don't understand this. So, I'm a politician. I'm elected to be the mayor or councillor for this municipality, and my job is to make sure I got housing for my constituents. And I'm saying our housing is way too expensive. But sir, your municipality is the one that's delaying the release of properties to counteract what you're talking about. So why don't you look at what you're doing as opposed to talking the talk? Why don't you do something about it?
Walk.
I'm going to go down to the camping store after the show. I'm going to buy myself a tent. I'm going out to one of the COA camping grounds, and that's where I'm going to live with Dwayne for the rest of my life.
Good luck on that.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
dig a ditch around it. Dig a ditch around it because it's going to be raining.
I got you guys. Okay, I'm moving into Bill's house then.
Oh, dear. You will get expert opinions and mortgage information online by visiting billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, mac.com, or by calling Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
In our next segment, we'll hear from our Radio Real Estate home handyman, Finn Jensen. This morning, Finn chats about buildings and what makes one different from the other.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas with our co-host for Northcott of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, and our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on CIL 650.
Hi, this is for Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Baby boomers move for various reasons. Perhaps your home is just too big, or you want to buy that toy you always wanted. Together, we will make that happen. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Your life's too busy to be doing the things that you don't want to do. Hi, it's Monica at Mummy Maids. We'll free up your time by taking care of all your cleaning needs. We have weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or one-time special occasion plans available, including move-in and move-outs. Commercial and residential cleaning performed by bonded, insured, WCB-covered, uniform cleaning experts. You deserve a break, and Mummy Maids can help. Let us clean your castle with no hassle. Call 604-533-4959 or visit mummymaids.com.
CL 650.
I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering. I'm filling the cracks that ran through the door and kept my mind from wandering.
It's 10:55 on the Radio Real Estate Show. Time now for our home handyman. Here's Finn Jensen. Good morning, Finn.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning, everyone. The press gives a lot of ink to unusual residential homes appearing in neighborhoods where the traditional construction is the majority. While design features that can make a building stand out from the rest is something most people are willing to accept, outsized homes, among others of more common size, simply begin to look out of place in a neighborhood. Good designers will go great lengths to create something original and still fit within the character of the area. That applies not only to the architecture of the building, but also to the square footage as well. When constructing a good home, architects will visit the location to familiarize themselves with all the attributes of that area, such as the size of the typical lot and the position of the property, east-west or north-south, flat or on a slope, and the views to whatever is around the property. All of these factors indicate to the architect what kind of design would be most appropriate for that area. Not that the owners has no input. On the contrary, the clients have many choices to make, too many for some to tackle. And that's why we pay for architects and designers so that we end up with a home that we can be proud of and that our neighbors will welcome as well. This is Finn Jessen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
Let Finn take care of your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. For fast, reliable, and dependable service, call Finn at Gentech Mechanical Installations, 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
Thank you, Bill. Now, next week, it will be the May Day long holiday weekend. Some of the local area people will be heading out to the Cloverdale Rodeo. You'll be doing your thing down there.
And I'll be doing my thing on Sunday night.
Sunday night. How will we recognize you? Are you going to wear like a little 10-gallon Stetson? Or?
I will have a full cowboy outfit on.
A cowboy outfit?
I wear my cowboy outfit once a year.
And you're going to wear the big, tall Stetson hat, which will make you 3'5", right?
Something like that.
Okay. So,
so
you're down there.
Dress too?
What?
And the little frilly dress?
Well, no, it's not quite that.
Going to be wearing your chaps?
I'm not going to tell you.
Bill, we're going to have to go out and find out for ourselves.
I think we are.
And a woman never tells ahead of time.
No.
You should know that. You, of all people, should know that.
That I do know.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, come down and visit us. I'll shake your hand and kiss your baby.
You notice the long pause there?
I love it.
Okay, we'll rent a baby. We'll come down and see you. So before then, though, you're going to be busy. You're working in the real estate business. You're selling. You're buying homes for people. What's going on?
Actually, it's interesting because this afternoon will probably pan out exactly what Bill was talking about earlier in the show. I'm showing condos in White Rock, and we have 4 to see this afternoon. And first of all, it was difficult for realtors getting back to me because that realtors are a dime a dozen, properties are not. So I had to deal with all of that. Now I've got these lined up, and off we go. And we will see if we do get into an offer situation. Again, I predict exactly what you're saying. So I can report on that next week from personal experience.
My goodness, I'm looking forward to that. Bill just had a hot text come in, too. Are we out of a place to live, Bill?
Yeah, I think we are. And Kathy says you got to bring your own toothbrush, and she's going to scrub the bed for...
For me, not for you.
Yeah. We won't say for what.
Thank you, Kathy. No, that's great. So now, Bill, if somebody needs some mortgage help during the week, they can get a hold of you. I know you're easily accessible. You love to talk to people.
I do. I really do. We find that most people don't have anybody to talk to just to kind of go through some of the dynamics of what's going on. Either they're buying or selling, want to get pre-approved.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of at a point in their life where they're kind of confused. Do I sell? Do I buy? Should I refinance? Should I take off some debts? Like what should I be looking at? And we find that to be able to provide that kind of resource for those folks, that's really helpful. And people need to know that that's a free service. That isn't a costly service. It's a service we've been providing for the last 30 years. So next year is our 30th year. And we find that people are appreciative of the fact that they know that I only do mortgages. So when we talk about money and investments and different things they should be doing, unless it's a mortgage, I have no vested interest, and so therefore I'm neutral.
And I think a lot of people, too, think the only time to go to see a mortgage broker is if you need a mortgage, but you can do refinancing, all sorts of things.
Absolutely. Refinancing, debt consolidation, get you out of trouble. You might have a bad credit bureau. How do we get you back on track so you can get a good credit bureau? How to pull it. I have a client right now. I'm seeing them this afternoon. So when he pulled his consumer credit bureau, it looked pretty good. But when I pull the lender's credit bureau, it wasn't as good. And so we've been having this ongoing dialogue where, like, he's kind of ticked off that, he's got a credit score of this amount, and my credit score is much less. And so that's going to have an impact on what he's going to have to pay as an interest rate on his mortgage.
All right, now I'm going to make an appointment with you for next week because I want some of your mom's cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you tell me what day to come over. And Fern, you're going to be my date? Great cookies.
Well, maybe.
And then on the car?
Yeah, I'll go on my own for the cookies. How's that, Tom?
Okay, then you and I can meet out front, have a cookie, and talk about real estate, right?
No, we can do that.
In the meantime, though, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I can be reached directly at 604-790-9066. That's cell or text, 604-790-9066.
Well, for some of us, it's time to go home and go to bed now. For some of you people, you have to go to work.
Sure do.
Yeah, you'll be working all day, and Bill, you'll be working all day.
Absolutely.
No rest for the wicked, they say.
Wow.
I must have been really bad as
You know what?
I thought I'm a pretty nice person.
Well, okay, folks, that's it. We'll let these
life.
two talk. We'll you guys just keep talking. It's fine. Just forget we're here. We'll be back on the show again next week. Bill and Fern will talk about real estate and money and all the things that matter in between, right? Have a great week. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Bill.
Tom. Thank you, Tom.
Dwayne, thank you. Thank you all for listening. We'll talk to you Monday morning at 7 o'clock. More of your favorites are coming up right here on CL 650. Thank you. Bye.